welcome to the Counterattack Playthrough series. We're continuing with Scenario 19, the Rhine of World at War 85, Storming the Gap. This is turn 4. Before we get going, let's finish one little thing I should have finished at the end of turn 3. So these dice here, they're marking a spot where there's a blaze, a fire burning. I should have rolled to see if it spreads. So for each burnable hex next to it, so here and here, on a 4 to 6, it spreads. Top one first, okay. Bottom one spreads. Let me go find a little fire marker. Okay, so it's spreading to here. Now these guys must immediately retreat. I guess we'll retreat back to here. Okay, and I don't think there's any others. Okay, now I was asked if I can provide a little bit of situational awareness. So I'm going to give that. This is a big map and it's hard for me to film it, so I'll try to give some situational awareness and then we'll dive into turn 4. Okay, it's going to get a little wobbly here, but this is the southeast corner of the map. Kind of cruise up here, northeast corner. So this whole area is where the packed forces are coming in. They're coming in from this area. You can see here one of the Czech battalions, I suppose, moved in. They've been having a hard time getting organized. They're not moving very fast. Right, and down here is where the Soviets T-80s came in, right, over here, and then the BMP infantry battalion came in here. They finally pushed up out of here after getting absolutely wrecked by artillery. So they're pushing up here, and so what they're doing, coming up here, so there's not much up here, just Soviet helicopter, NATO helicopter. What they're doing is they're coming up against the main line of resistance, I would say, of NATO, right? This is NATO's main defensive area so far. The Americans did not start here, but I pushed them up here, not because I'm some tactical genius, but it looks nice. Turns out it was a great spot based on where the packed forces came in. So this is a key position. I'm gonna have to deal with that as the packed. Americans in the north here, they're just kind of trying to maintain a continuous line here. That's my goal, is the NATO forces. Got some more Americans down here. There's been some pop shots with this blue American units here. German Luke's got hit, but it's been repaired, or reinforced I should say. Down here, key formation, I'm thinking. These are German, I don't know, company, I guess, but as Leopard 2s. So that's probably the best tanks in the game. And then beyond this main line of resistance, let's get this light out of here. And apologies for the horrible filming, but it's the only way I know how to do it with my current hardware. So back here, it's just sort of like the hinterland of the battlefield. So we got some German territorials. They don't even have transport for their infantry. A fairly weak American force, mostly made of Bradleys there. And again, what is the goal of the Soviets? It's 20 turn scenario. I don't know how I'm going to film that, but we're on turn 4, right? But there's 4 objectives, and the Soviets, or the packed, has to capture 3. So I've been working as the packed forces to grab this one here. So that's the first one. That was my initial plan. Grab that. I thought I would have it by turn 2. Well, we're on turn 4. Wouldn't doubt it if I get it this turn. I had the Americans started there. I had them pull back. It just seemed too vulnerable. So I thought I'd get behind this river, shoot at the guys coming in to take that town. Okay. Now there's another one, and I've been sort of preparing here, right under here, where the headquarters is. That's another objective. And so my thinking was like, yeah, that force of infantry, tow missile equipped vehicles, they're gonna hold that. They're gonna fight to the death on that one. It's possible these Czechs will try to go for it, but my Soviet and Czech push from here, which has taken heavy losses. My thinking was they're gonna hit that town, capture it, and then probably come up over this hill, get that key hill, right? And then they have a choice to go this way. Maybe the other Czech force will support, or they can pour out and get, let's see, where's the other one? Over here. So that's free game. It's very open, but theoretically, if I'm going for that one back there, I have dealt with the Germans here. It's going to be a tough one. I need to deal with the Germans. Those are good units. Probably going to tear me apart. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the T-80s will sacrifice themselves, pinning the Germans down while the Czech BMPs do the swarming, followed by Czech T-62s, T-72s, T-72s. Nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, so get here. That's probably going to be an objective we take, right? So this one, get to the hill, take that one, and then we can take one of those at our leisure. The other one's back here. It's going to be a hard fight no matter what. So hopefully I give you a rough idea. Just giving you a little more here. Turn 4. On turn 5, there's going to be some A-10s coming in for a strike. On turn 6, some German and Czech aircraft coming in. On turn 8, there's going to be Soviet aircraft coming in. I don't know how powerful they are. I'm assuming it'll be kind of like a artillery strike. These are units that are guaranteed to activate. And one little last bit and then we'll get going here. Here are all the deaths. It's a stack of T-80s, decent number of BMPs, well, a couple. Shilka helicopters. I mean, these guys really took a pummeling. All right, so let's get back into the game. Here comes the first card. All right, and operations. All right. Next, the blue striped Soviet force. That is the T-80s, and they were one of the headquarters that did not get to activate last turn. So I removed that from the reserved end operations card. And man, these guys are honestly, they're struggling. They're taking the brunt of this. I don't know where we're going to put this guy, but their range is 4. I mean, they're all within 4. I mean, it's shocking how few units are here. I'm inclined to... I guess I want to get some of these guys undisrupted. Oh man, they are almost gone. So I think we'll throw the headquarters here. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to try to undisrupt. Everyone's in command. So we'll roll 2 dice here. We get a -2. So we rolled a 6, -2 for the headquarters. That's a 4. We're good. This one's just a straight roll. Oh, the morale is 6, by the way. So, this one here. Okay, that one failed. So these guys are still disrupted. And it looks like everybody. Okay, the first unit. You thought this T-80 was out of commission. He's turns out to have a sniper ATGM on him. You know, I used to play Steel Panthers. I don't know if you know that. It's a computer game from a long time ago, and then they had a modern version. I think it was called Steel Panthers 2. But I remember T-80s were able to fire missiles in that game, and in this game I was like, where are the missiles for the T-80s? This is how they're modeled. So we can drop a sniper missile onto these tanks, and yeah, we're gonna do a little sniping. So when you drop a support unit on, not only can the support unit fire, but the main unit can also fire. So you can, yeah. So yeah, we're going to do 2 attacks, and we're going to start with the sniper attack first. And when I say sniper, that's the NATO name for this type of missile. So we're going to try to snipe with that missile system this headquarters, which is on an American Patton platoon. Okay, so the missiles, that's going to be 4 dice because of the 4 there, right? And the range is 18, so that means half of that range, 9. That's a nice missile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is actually close range. So the target to hit number, I guess it's called point blank, right? The to hit number of 4 is going to be reduced to 3. So, wow, that's a 4 out of 6 chance to hit. Yeah, 4 out of 6 chance to hit. Now the defenders, the headquarters doesn't matter actually, but we're going to get 3 hitting on 5s, and There's ATGM going into dense terrain, city bonus. I don't even know if the city gets +1 or +2. It doesn't matter. The most we can get out of terrain is plus concealment is 2, and I've just hit 2. I mean, we also have concealment. So anyway, it looks like we have 5 here. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay. By the way, the Americans do not have a orangish triangle, so they don't have reactive armor or problem armor. Okay, so our attack, it hits on 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, so that's 2 hits. The defenders only hit on 5s. So, but fortunately for them, it's just 1 disruption. These are canceled out, 1 hit. Could have been a lot worse. So these guys are disrupted. All right, and then the Soviet tank needs to roll for a missile reload. We got our morale 6, we got a 4, so the missile does not need to reload. I think this guy's just gonna fire at him again, using the tank too. So that's, I think the Americans get 5 dice again, because they had a lot of defensive terrain. The Soviets only get 2. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Soviets will hit on a 3 instead of a 4 because of point blank range. We got lots of blocks. By the way, I do plan on getting a better die rolling thing because it's hard for you to see this in the camera, I understand. So, yeah, that was a bust there. Now these T-80s, they're stacked together, so I could do a direct fire attack, volley fire. I can only see probably this Abrams over here, probably this guy on the edge, that guy, yeah, because there's no terrain here. These are infantry here, so it's a little harder to hit. I'm not worried about the infantry for the moment. So I think though, at risk of getting destroyed, we're gonna go 1, 2 into here. Do I want to do that? I mean, that's just gonna have the Germans do an amazing shot on me, right? So maybe we'll just ignore the Germans for now, and we're just going to concentrate in this direction. Maybe I do want to do a volley fire. Just maximize my attack. You probably want to see what I'm referring to, but maximize an attack against this American Abrams. Yeah, so the reason I can see it is because he's on a hill, as I am as well. So we're on essentially the same level. Tracing through a single obscuring terrain, that's fine. If there's 2, it would be blocked, but a single obscuring terrain is fine. So we're attacking on 3 dice, hitting on 4s. Now our range is 12. Yeah, that's fine. It's just normal range. So what I say, 3 dice. Now the Americans are defending on 4 dice, plus they're concealed. They're in terrain, whatever, like it doesn't matter because I'm hitting my max, right? So we're looking at, I mean, that's not so hot, is it? 6, I haven't rolled yet. 3 dice against 6 dice. Oh, but the Soviets get an extra die. I probably should have thrown the headquarters on those guys. Extra die for volley fire because they're both firing as a single shot. That's a special thing that the packed forces can do. So we hit on 4s. So we only got 3 hits. And you probably saw the rolls. That's not enough. Americans only defend on a 5 though, so Americans rolled okay, but the Abrams does get disrupted. So this is good. Both units, because they're doing a volley fire, marked ops complete. Now as a reminder, disrupted units cannot conduct direct fire, and that includes opportunity fire. So that's good. Just being disrupted is pretty cool, as long as I can get another Soviet activation before they recover. So down here, just below the blazing fires, is the headquarters T-80. I mean, it is amazing how these T-80s are just wiped out for the most part. I'm inclined Maybe this guy will just scooch up here. It's going to go 1. Now, you can probably see it. Yeah, just barely, I think. Right here, yeah. That American infantry with a TOW missile can see him. The range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The smoke rises above all levels, I believe. So it'll be tracing through the smoke. But TOWs, remember, can see through smoke if you're using the thermal imaging special rule. So yeah, so that is a normal shot. I'm inclined to take it before this guy tries to take a move and direct fire shot, which I would, right? So this guy's gonna fire. He's 4 dice, right? He is going up against T-80, which has reactive armor. So that means his to hit will be increased by 1. What else do we have? We got the T-80 defending on 4 5s. That looks to be it. We get a +1 for having to trace through the smoke. So the Americans are actually, they're going to be hitting on 6s. Now I just went to double check what the reactive armor does. It's quite possible I screwed this up multiple times in the earlier videos. I'm trying hard not to make any mistakes. I don't think I made any yet, especially if I correct this right now. The armor improves if you have the orange triangle against ATGMs. So it's not the ATGM gets worse, it's the armor gets better. Does that make sense? It's got reactive armor. So these guys' armor, we hit on 4s instead of 5s. It's a 4 dice hitting 5s. Well, it's going to be 4 dice hitting 4s. Okay, so that's that. And so just to correct, 4 TOW dice hitting on 4s, it's going to be increased to hitting on 5s for the smoke. Okay, I think I got that correct. All right, TOWs, we said hitting on 5s. Wow, that's some lucky stuff. And we fortunately block 2 of those hits. So, but unfortunately, we're disrupted and go ops complete and cannot do what we wanted to do, which is get a shot off. These TOWs, let's go ahead and check for ammo depletion. Basically, nope, we have to roll 7 or less. I just happen to remember most Americans are 7, so they're good, but they're ops complete. I believe the entire T-80 formation is done. Oh, there's one little bit. This disrupted guy back here, he can move as long as it's not towards a known enemy unit. He's going to scooch back here to get out of sight of everybody. Okay, and he will be ops complete as well. All right, next formation. Oh, here comes the packs, man. They're coming out hard on this turn. This is not one of the units that is in reserve. So, right, that's a 6 morale, 5 range. These BMPs. Oh, this is needed. These guys really need this. Where's this headquarters going to go? Okay, so their headquarters range is 5. We got some guys down here that's in range here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is actually a good spot. Way down here where my finger is, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this self-propelled artillery is out of command, possibly. And that's a key unit. I have to decide, do I want to move it up? Or, well, we'll get to that in a minute. I think we're going to keep the headquarters here. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. Everyone's in command except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, except for this guy back here. So we need to roll the morale or less, 6 or less. Ah, they're out of command. That means they cannot move. If you're out of command, I think this is the first example of out of command. You get this little marker, put it here. They can't do anything except opportunity fire, and where they are, they're not going to get a chance to opportunity fire. So I need to get them in command at some point so they can move up. So now, let's kind of, yeah, go through disruptions. So this guy, remember the morale is 6. We'll go for here. Nope. This one. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. This one. Ooh. 6 versus 7 morale is a big difference, although like, that was just poor rolling. So everyone that's disrupted, still disrupted. And as a reminder, any infantry inside a vehicle takes on the state of the vehicle. Okay, so what we have to work with is this stuff up here. The first thing I want to do is preparation for a later activation. This truck is carrying 82 millimeter mortar. The range of that mortar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 9. So I want to get that ready to start lobbing high explosive. I mean, it can go on against armor too, but probably to start taking out these infantry, because it's going to be tough for armor to do that from distance, I think. I haven't even tried it, but just looking at the numbers. Okay, so both of those guys are ops complete. I could have deployed this guy 1 hex over, but I wanted him to stay with his truck. Okay. Okay, now what I've been waiting for is these BMTs to start dropping their infantry off. You can drop into your own hex or 1 hex over. So we'll drop this guy 1 hex over. That is a reactable, something you can react to. So I suppose this American tank over here has to decide, is he going to do a high explosive firepower attack against the infantry? I need to see, is the infantry, can you react to the infantry, or is it the vehicle, or either or? Let me go double check. Okay, any opportunity fire is against the passengers. So I think this Patton over here is going to fire. We're using high explosives. First time doing direct fire high explosives. So range is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just enough. So we can see that's a 3. I hope you can see that. It's 3 dice for the Patton. And the infantry, they're a soft target. That's what the S in the circle is. So that means they get 1. And by the way, high explosives can only target soft targets in direct fire anyway. Artillery is different. Can only attack soft targets and light armored vehicles. So this is a soft target. So these soft targets has to roll a 6 and they get 1 die. Now infantry in woods, that's going to be something I don't recall. Let's go find my terrain chart. Woods, movement point cost for infantry, for vehicles. Where am I going here? Defense bonus for troops. So just 1d6. They're not concealed because they're moving. So yeah, so the troops get 2. Okay, could be worse. Americans hit on 5s. So that didn't work out so hot for the Americans, because they're now ops complete. And the Soviets successfully unloaded. These guys are ops complete. Now these guys can move up to 3 movement points. I'm inclined to just leave them there for the moment. We're going to let the infantry do the work here. Let's do this again. This guy, he's going to unload infantry right into there. He's going to not move as well. Okay, and have to see if someone wants to fire on that infantry. Now other infantry, their range is very short. This guy's range is 1. The Soviet or Czech infantry is decent. It's got a range of 2, so it can go all the way out to 4. But anyway, does this tank want to fire on that infantry? I'm a little worried that if I fire on the infantry, some BMPs, I'm thinking as with NATO, some BMPs can come down once there's no one able to fire, right? So he's going to hold fire, let that infantry go there. More unloading. This BMP here, dropping that guy off. He's staying hidden. This might be dumb, but... oh, by the way, this tank could not see this infantry because it would be tracing through 2 cultivated fields, so this guy's totally safe. These guys are done here. What do we have here? BMP with infantry. Hold on to him for a second. We got some tanks back here. Got some more BMPs with infantry. These guys. Now it says an adjacent hex. Man, I think I can do that. There's nothing. It doesn't spend any movement points. Yeah, it's just adjacent. So, does anyone want to fire on him? I don't really see anyone worth doing that. So do that. I'll mark this guy in a second because I think this guy will drop these guys back here, a little more vulnerable. Honestly, I think both of these guys will go 1, 2, 3. So they're dropping those infantry off. They'll get them on the other side. You probably want to see where those guys went. So they dropped off 2 infantry here, and then they went up like this. Okay. So that leaves some of the support units down here to take care of, and these T-55s. You know what I think I want these T-55s to do? I think I want them to move up once. Then this guy will hopefully activate again, this formation, and then they'll rush that hill. Taking heavy losses, but I feel like that's what their job is, to go assault. So we'll move them one at a time. This guy's gonna go 1, 2. Now the reason I'm pausing here is because, well, the Americans have this tow equipped unit up here, but it's gonna have to wait a minute. But they also have available to them a Dragon ATGM. That does not look like a very good ATGM, range 4, which means it can reach out to 8. So theoretically I can plop it on this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could even hit now. I feel like that's something we save. So this guy went, I think he went 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's gonna stop there. No one fired on him. He's stopping. He went 1, 2, 3. I think he can fire. Just a reminder: a packed unit with an orange firepower. Yes. If it's moved more than half its movement points, it has 5 movement points, so it has -2 firepower dice. So its attack is 3, that'd be -2, so it'd just be 1. Why not, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. They can't see through smoke. They don't have the fancy thermal imaging, so whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, next guy coming up here. Bam. I think this guy here, he's gonna move through this BMP, 1, 2, 3, and stack with that guy. We're gonna do that for a second. Anyone wanna fire on me? Yes. That guy is gonna fire on him. That tow unit up there, he attacks on 4. This guy does not have composite armor, reactive armor, or anything. It's just garbage. In fact, it only rolls 2 dice. The tow unit, you know, I'm kind of just tempting them to run out of ammo too, right? The tow unit's going to get 4. And it looks like everything else is just sort of equal. This is just a straight shot as far as I can tell. T-55 defends on 6. Wow, these are not good. Oops, not good tanks. We're hitting on 4s, right? So that's 3 hits. Kablam, wiped out, no blocks. Well, on the bright side, we put some wrecks down for these BMPs, you know? Yeah. There we go. There's those T-55s. They look a little different. Yeah. Okay, 1 T-55 down the drain. Okay, is there a consolation prize that they run out of ammo? Nope. But at least they are spent. Okay, so while this BMP here, I'm sort of holding it to be a threat, making this guy hold fire, basically. That's sort of my idea. Of course, I'm playing myself, and I think I would do that. We'll get this little BDRM missile carrying unit. I don't know what kind of missile. It has a green 311 range, but it's something. So he's just gonna cruise around here, and I'm not gonna fire on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just get up there. Thinking he's gonna pop up on that hill at some point. The Gaskin. Okay, so next turn there's gonna be a A10 strike coming in. I think I want to get this Gaskin over here. He's good. We've got a BDRM recon unit down here. He can help eliminate concealment issues. What do we have here that's clear? I don't want him up there anymore. He's going to go 1, NATO's not firing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, so it's going to take a turn or so, but I want to get them in position to spot things on the hill. Finally, this BDRN, or BMP, I should say. What do we have in here? Just want to make sure I'm not overstacking. Yeah. This guy's going to go 1, no one's firing. 2, 3, no one's firing. Dump infantry out. So I can go up to half my movement points, I think. Well, it's 3 or half my movement points, but in either, I forget which one, but either way, it's the same. So, bam. Oh, let me make sure it's clear. This guy's not inside the BMP. Put him on top. No one's firing at him. Did I forget this guy? I think that's everything. I'll just move these little markers forward just to indicate someone in here is carrying those. Just as a reminder, what do we have? They're both infantry weapons. One's an anti-air and one's anti-tank missiles. One more little bit. These guys can't see anyone, so they don't know if there's any enemies in line of sight. I'm just going to bring them up here, bring these guys up here. As long as they don't see anyone, we're cool. Bam. Can he see people? He probably can, but now that he's there, he's good. So just try to keep them in range of the headquarters when it activates next. All right. That was a big formation. They finally got to do a little bit of work. Next card. American helicopters. I put this on the reserved end operations card to represent them because they did not get to move last time. Reminder, I positioned one up here. It's nap of the earth, up on a plateau here. Yeah, and then this one over here, same thing. When I say on a plateau, it's hovering just above the trees, and then there's more trees in front of it, so it can't see. Nothing can see up and down between them. Same with this one. Nothing can see up or down between them. But if they hover, they will suddenly be one level above the trees, and things might be golden there. Okay, we're gonna start with this guy here. He's currently nap of the earth. He's hovering just above these trees. The trees are at level 3, so he's just slightly above level 3. It's hard for him to see stuff because there's another level 3 tree right there in front of him, plateau effect. All right, so he's gonna drop nap of the earth, flip to hovering. Hovering pops him up 1 level, so he's now at level 4. That lets him see over these trees. And yeah, what's he gonna do? So first off, the act of switching modes is a trigger for opportunity fire. I don't really see any places that it could be triggered. There are some way over there, some Czechs coming onto the board. Czechs, right? No, East Germans. I think I called them Czechs a bunch of times in the other videos. But let's see. Yeah, so I am fairly certain they cannot see him. So he's going to take a shot. He's got a 1344 anti-tank missile, and if you aren't familiar with what that is, it's a TOW. 1344, it's always a TOW. But yeah, he's going to take a shot at this or these. Oops. This BMP, it's a BMP-1 with just a BMP-1. Oh, it's in Rex, huh? Well, that's okay. Oh, they could. Oh, that's infantry. Yeah. So we're going to fire on these guys here. Just as a reminder, what do Rex do? Rex. They give 1d6 to infantry and tanks. So this guy's ops complete, so he's not concealed. So he's going to get the 1d6 for the Rex. He's lightly armored. That's the yellow circle with a number in it. That gives him a die. That's it. And he defends on 5s. We know TOWs fire on 4s. Hitting on 4s. The range, let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good. So normal range. And it did not cross the smoke. Okay. You just hear those TOW missiles flying across the battlefield. What's this guy defend on again? On 5s. So we got 3 hits with the TOWs, 0 blocks. That is a wiped out BMP-1. We already have Rex there, don't need to do anything else. And tows are nice weapons in this game, especially against lightly armored vehicles. We rolled our morale, so we do not have to reload, but we do have to do this. Okay, then we have another helicopter in a similar situation, nap of the earth, from most directions, plateau effect. I actually think I'm just going to keep him there for the moment. I could fly him around and stuff, but I don't, yeah. I think I'm just going to keep him there. He's going to be just sort of a little missile reserve over there. Yeah, so that formation's done. Next formation, the East Germans with the yellow stripe. That is one of the units on the reserve and operations card. Let's go drop this. These guys have not been making really any progress. It's turn 4, this is only their second activation. Their range is 5, so it doesn't really matter, but you know, we'll drop it there. Everyone's in command. So these guys have to get into the battle. There's really no one that can fire on them from what I can tell. Yeah. So this is a BDRM recon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These two tanks, they'll move together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're still moving in convoy here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get this artillery back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have some BRM anti-tank unit. 1, 2. Why did I go this way? 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy will join him. And yeah, that's it. I'm just going to sprinkle some red X's around here just so we know this whole mess has been activated. Next formation, Soviet helicopters. One of them was destroyed. The other one, if I recall correctly, out of ammo. Yep. He does have some high explosive ammo. I think I'm gonna just leave him here until yeah, bunch of NATO guys are engaged, and then maybe he'll fly over and attack infantry. So we'll just leave him. We're gonna ignore that activation. So the next one. Ooh, this is the nemesis of the packed player. It's the American forces on the hill. It's unfortunate as they have a great view of what's going on. Now there is some smoke obscuring the battlefield. So yeah, we'll take this off. Who's this? Yep, take that off. Where we're going to drop the headquarters. Do I want to help these guys reload their anti-aircraft missiles, or have? I think I want my Abrams to have a good chance of recovering. Range is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think everyone is in range. Let's try to recover this Abrams. Morale 7. Subtract 2 for the headquarters. Should not be surprising that is easy to do there. Are there any others? I don't think so. That guy's a German. So we'll go ahead and try for reloading missiles. You have to do that in order. Disrupted first, then missiles. So it's harder to get rid of your missiles if you're disrupted, or if you reload your missiles. Okay, we got a 6 on the reload. We're good there. Okay, anything else? No, we're ready to do it. I think first thing we'll do, this headquarters is going to spot for the artillery back here. It's going to spot over to this hilltop. Since he's set back from the cliff edge, you can't see anyone down here, but you can see someone on another hill. What do we have in here? We have a little infantry guy. Let's go find the fire for effect marker, just at my reach. All right, here we go. I'm gonna plop a fire for effect there. Let's see if we can get less than 6. We did. It's gonna be right on target. This guy's a 3-5. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 dice hitting on 5. The infantry, you know, I don't think I've tried artillery on infantry. I don't recall. So let me go look that up. Okay, the rules aren't 100% clear, but I think it's this. Just, I mean, maybe they are. It says use the direct fire rules. The infantry can get bonus for concealment, which they're not concealed because they're ops complete. But also for train, so woods give 1. And then I believe they also get a die just for being them because they're a soft target and you roll 6s. So we're going to roll 2 6s here. So here we go. We're hitting on 5s, we're blocking on 6s, ineffective. Okay, so the spotter's good. Oops. Where'd my marker go? Oh, I guess it was this guy. Spotter's good. The artillery is marked off complete. Okay, next I think the Abrams. Just gonna continue firing, just pouring fire down on the units down here. T-80s. Make sure you can see them. Can you see them? I don't think so. Right here. I have a hard time seeing through my viewfinder. T-80s right here. They are ops complete. That's their ops complete marker. We're tracing through 1 piece of obscuring terrain, but that's okay. So these guys are going to get 2 extra dice for the headquarters. It's going to be a 6 dice hitting on 5s right there. And then the Soviets 4 dice defending on 5s. I see nothing else here. So everyone's 1 in 5. Ooh. It's 1 hit. I guess I had to say which tank I was going for. It doesn't really matter since it's identical. So I was going for the top one, but we'll shift it to the bottom and put the disruptive marker on that guy. Okay. Abrams ops complete. And I think I'm going to keep my infantry available so that if any of these guys move, they can fire missiles on them. Same with this guy up here. He's going to just chill out, be ready for guys advancing, and take care of outfire. Next, the territorials, German territorials. Just a reminder where they are. They're way back here. They don't have transports or anything. They're just hanging out. Next card. Ooh, these guys. 21st Panzer. That is a unit on the reserved operations and operations card. So this card is going to get shuffled in. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, let's see what these guys are doing. They're down here at the edge mostly. So I like the tanks here. These tanks, these are amazing Leopard 2s. I like them just waiting for the Soviets and packed forces to come over here. This guy's hiding behind these villages, just ready to support the Americans. I think I want this. What do we have? I have this anti-tank mobile gun or whatever. I think he's going to come back over here. Keep the anti-air here. That's all I'm going to do. Just keep these guys just in reserve. Next, American Blue Fox. These are the guys that I was holding in reserve back here. They kind of maneuvered a little. With all the packed forces ops complete, I think we're going to try moving them forward. So headquarters is good there. So movement 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're gonna, this hill's been a great spot. We're gonna get that hill even better here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just it takes 2 to go uphill, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's a 6er. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's get some end ops on them. Next, Soviet helicopters. Remember, they're just hiding back there. They don't have any missiles left. Next, second end operations. Wow. I guess almost everyone went. Alright, we're gonna process that because that's the end of the turn. Okay, processing the deck. It looks like 2 American formations did not get to go, so they'll get to be guaranteed to go next time. What else? Oh, let's get rid of all these ops complete markers. Okay, that is done. And I think the only other thing we have to do, besides advance the turn marker, is roll for fire. So adjacent to this fire, there's some woods. I'm pretty sure it's 1 to 3. It spreads. Maybe it's 4 to 6 spreads, but we'll do 1 to 3. Spreads. So, yeah, it spreads down to here. And there's nothing there. This guy could spread to there. 1 to 3 spreads. It spreads. Spreading into here. Now this guy must retreat. Now what's interesting is I could use that to my advantage, get a free move, bump up here. I guess if there's fire coming, you're going to be motivated. You get a little extra movement out of that. Anything else? Yeah, so I think all the trees that can burn in that area are burning. I was just double checking the rules, and I did this wrong. Probably did it a little wrong last turn too. You first check to see if a fire burns out. So if we'll see if this guy burns out. If he does, we'll just ignore that. So roll on a 6, burns out. Not burning out. This guy, he did burn out. So we can undo that little gamey thing I did. Bring this guy back here. So this burns out. What does that mean? I don't know. Well, surprisingly, you use a burnt out marker to indicate something's burnt out. Okay, there we go. We're going to advance to turn 5. And, oh, did I forget anything else? The smoke's gone. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you later.